CBS 6 Sports. I'm Sam Israel, and we have the pleasure of speaking with Jeff Hoffman, the Latham native and the Shaker High School alum. Jeff Hoffman, now with the Toronto Blue Jays. Thank you so much for your time, and congratulations on that new contract with the Blue Jays.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. It means a lot.
So I guess, first and foremost, so far, how has your time with the Blue Jays been? I know it's kind of short right now so far, but how's it been?
Yeah, it's been great. Getting rekindle some old relationships with some staff members that I have here that were kind of here, back in the day when I was originally drafted, and getting to meet new people too. So it's been fun. It's always exciting stepping into a new clubhouse and um, getting to befriend some guys that you've played against for a long time.
And the fact that you were drafted by the Toronto Blue Jays, how cool is it for you to be able to now resume your career with the Blue Jays, the team that drafted you?
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it still feels a little weird, putting this jersey back on, and yeah, it's kind of gone away day by day, but super excited to get to live this out, and me and my family couldn't be happier.
And speaking about living out that dream, if someone would have told you when you were in Shaker High School that you would one day be playing in the major leagues, you would sign that contract with the Toronto Blue Jays, what would your reaction have been?
Yeah, I mean it's been the goal for a long time. Going back to when I was a kid, I always wanted to be a professional baseball player. People along the way will tell you that it's unattainable, or it's not realistic, or what's your plan B, that kind of thing. But I always kind of just put my eggs in the same bucket, and really just tried to take it step by step and just get to the next level. And so if you were to tell me that I was doing this when I was a kid, I would probably be very happy that my dreams and my goals had got me to that point.
Yeah, and obviously there's not many people from the Capital Region that have that opportunity to play in the majors. And you kind of alluded to it before, but like what kind of mindset did it take for you to equip yourself to have that mindset to get into the majors and to continue just competing and just working hard?
Yeah, I think it's always been something I've had. I've always wanted to be the best, no matter what I was doing, whether it was basketball or I played football when I was young, and then into baseball. And yeah, I think it's just the way I'm wired. I've always just tried to get, like I said, try to get to that next level. And then once you're there, you set the next goal, and you go on, and hopefully get to this point. And um, even now I'm setting goals. I want to be back in the All-Star game. I want to win. I want to win a World Series. There's a lot of things that, once you taste it, it's all you want. So we're looking forward to a good season here, and I'm excited to get to work with the new group.
And looking back last year, I mean, 2.17 ERA, 89 strikeouts with the Philadelphia Phillies. Pretty strong year you had there. How are you looking to build off that strong year, all-star appearance, obviously, into this new year with the Toronto Blue Jays?
Yeah, I mean, obviously throughout the year you give up runs, you give up you know, I feel like there are runs that I've given up in past year that could have been avoided. So those are the type of things I look to clean up those kind of multi-run innings, and really just take it outing by outing and go out and try to execute my game plan as best I can.
And just going back to just your journey to the MLB and just reflecting back on your upbringing in the Capital Region, how do you believe kind of being raised in the Capital Region impacted you and just helped you get to where you are today?
Yeah, I think growing up in the Northeast more generally is a big thing for young athletes. I think uh, not being able to play baseball year round um, definitely helped me with my athleticism, and being able to move the way that I do. I think having the background in basketball, and having spent all those winters where you can't really play baseball because there's snow on the ground. You have to get in the gym and do other stuff, and I think that's a big reason why I am here. I like to think that my athleticism um, on the mound is one of my X factors. I am free, moving freely, kind of just flowing out there, and playing different sports growing up definitely helped with all those movements and the coordination aspect of it all.
You spoke about how you played multiple sports growing up. It wasn't just baseball for you. When you look back at your time at Shaker High School, any kind of memorable moments that stick with you today, whether they were proud achievements or maybe tough lessons that you learned back then that helped you get to, helped you get to where you are now?
Yeah, I mean, I think just um, whatever, I mean, daily you're presented with challenges. And I think, looking back on the basketball teams that I was a part of, um, the baseball teams that I was a part of, uh, the friends that I had growing up, like we all kind of moved from sport to sport fluidly. And it's just what we did. Like the same guys I was playing basketball with were on the baseball team. Um, those same guys, if they weren't playing baseball, they were going to play football. Like I think it was just a tight knit group, and being able to grow with the same group. Coming up through high school and through high school. Um, that those are the experiences that were best for me.
And just looking ahead, obviously last year, maybe not the outcome team wanted in the postseason, but how do how the fact that you're playing in those big games in the postseason, how does that experience equip you as you now look to, pitch for the Toronto Blue Jays?
Yeah, you learn from it. Things don't always go your way. No matter what the situation is, you just got to go out and strap them on the next day, and um, just go out and do your thing again. And so I think no matter what happened yesterday, today, like the next day is always coming, and you always have to, you're fighting for your life that next night too. So you take the bad experiences, you learn from them, and you make sure that they don't happen again.
And Jeff, as you look forward, any personal goals that you have for yourself this season with the Blue Jays?
But I just want to be a big part of whatever we accomplish as a group. I think there's a lot of talent in the clubhouse. There's a lot of potential. So I'm hoping that I can be a small part of what helps us achieve our goals, and whatever capacity that is, I'm game, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Not only did the Blue Jays, of course, draft you, but now you get to join a team where you're still kind of on that East Coast. How nice is it, the fact that you're still in that relative close proximity to the capital region, still in that East Coast?
Yeah, it's great. I've been fortunate the past few years to be in Philly, and now in here in Toronto, and it does feel like it's close to home, and that makes it a lot easier on my family and myself. My parents and my wife's parents are all still in the capital region, so that's where they're traveling from. So anytime you're kind of within a decent distance, you're going to be able to have family around, and that obviously makes your home life, that much easier, and especially with the kids. I mean, they love getting to spend time with their grandparents and stuff, and that makes it a lot easier on us, and allows me to compete better on the field as well.
And I mentioned this before the Zoom interview, but got to speak with your mother, your brother, your dog Whistle, earlier when you made your first All-Star game, first All-Star appearance. What message do you have for them if they're watching this as you take this new opportunity with the Blue Jays?
Oh man, just that I appreciate everything that they do for me, and they allow me to go out and be the best version of myself, and pretty much at home, my whole life is taken care of by my wife, and um, everybody that comes in to help with the kids and everything like that. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be able to compete at this level, and I would have a lot more on my plate. And they make it easy to just go out and focus on pitching and winning. So I can't thank them enough for all that they do.
And I think a great way to close this would just to be, give you an opportunity, any message you have for those in the capital region that have watched you grow into who you are today, and maybe a message you have for kids in this area that look up to you who one day have dreams to make it to the MLB.
Yeah, I would just say that the thing that kind of changed my career and turned it back around was, being prepared when opportunity comes knocking. I think that, you're presented with a lot of opportunities that you don't realize are opportunities in the moment. And if you're not prepared to take advantage of them, then they'll pass you by. And I like to think that I put myself in a pretty good spot when I was asked to go throw, the batting practice sessions to Bryce and to kind of pitch myself onto the Phillies. And if I wasn't prepared for those things, then I wouldn't be here right now. So you never know when they're going to come knocking, and it's best to just be prepared at all times, and just to get the most out of your work and really be diligent in everything that you're doing.
Great advice out there. And Jeff Hoffman, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it as always. And we in the Capital Region will continue to follow your story with this next new chapter of yours with the Toronto Blue Jays. Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.